Welcome to the Costa Property Podcast, the podcast that turns your dreams of owning a piece of paradise on the Costa del Sol into reality. I'm Warner Laurie, and I'm joined by my co-host and wives, Sandra Laurie.
Join us as we embark on navigating the ins and outs of real estate and relocation to this beautiful region.
We're not just about market trends, we're about sharing real-life experiences, because we know the struggle firsthand, and I've helped many people navigate this challenge also.
If you're dreaming of your perfect Costa del Sol home and want to get real, no-frills, expert advice, then you're absolutely in the right place. Join us each week as we share honest insights and information that will guide your journey.
I know that every New Year's Eve, I can't help but to think back to that new year after we made that big decision that 2016 was going to be our year to move to the Costa del Sol. And every year I fondly think back to that year with, I guess, such fondness, but such a feeling of pride, because I'm so glad that we took the chance and made that decision back in 2016, and that we entered into that new year knowing that was going to be our year. 2016 was going to be the year where we were going to make a big change in our life. And it feels like it was just yesterday, but that moment, that year, that was a huge turning point for us in our life. And we were sitting in our old living room. We were scrolling through property listings. We were dreaming about properties on the Costa del Sol, dreaming about what life could be like there. Could be like here. Can't believe I'm even saying that. Could be like here for us as a family. And we had a sense of excitement. Yes, there were doubts. There were what ifs. That's natural. We know the ones. What if it doesn't work out? What if we regret this? What if we're making the biggest mistake that we've ever made in our life? What if the people telling us that we're crazy? What if they're right? You know the doubts. But there was a quiet confidence because something felt different. A sense of this is the right time for us. And so we took that big first step, uncertain about the future, yes, but determined, knowing with that quiet confidence, that determination, that was the right decision for us. And so here we are today. Now, if you've been listening to the Costa Property Podcast, you've probably heard me talk a lot about mindset, about how important the role of your mindset is when it comes to embarking on a big decision, especially a big decision like moving abroad or taking the big step or making that choice to buy your dream home in the sun. It's everything when it comes to making a big change. In episode 11, I was joined by Dr. Donna Elliott and Shirley, best-selling authors of The Real You. They joined me to discuss the role of fear when it comes to moving abroad. So if you haven't listened to that episode, it would be in the show notes so that you can go back and take a listen. I highly recommend you do. It's probably one of my favourite episodes to date, but there's been so many that I've really, really enjoyed. And let me tell you, it's so common to feel the fear, right? Oh, that fear, I can still feel it, you know, as I'm talking to you today. When we decided to make our big move to the Costa del Sol, you know, we didn't have all the answers. We were afraid, like everyone else. We had the doubts, believe me. But we reached a point in our life where we simply decided to stop letting those fears control us and get in the way. We said, this is our time. And we were committed to that. It's the exact same for many of our lives. We've seen so many people come to us with a dream. They've been stuck in a cycle of overthinking, worry, and waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting until this happens, waiting until that happens, waiting until the kids are this age, waiting until I have X amount of money in the bank, waiting until I do this. But the truth is, that perfect moment never comes. And sometimes you just have to decide to stop getting in your own way and bite the bullet. Just do it. If moving to the Costa del Sol is your dream, January is the perfect time to get clear on your intentions. When we made our decision to move, we didn't have everything planned out. I actually look back now and go, Jeannie Mac, what were we actually doing? Were we nuts? Because the amount of due diligence and prep that I always recommend that my clients put in place to make their steps as seamless and as stress-free as possible. I can tell you now, I think we were winging it. We didn't have everything planned, but we were set on one intention. We were set on the intention that this is the year that we are going to make this dream happen. We were set on the intention that this is the year that we are going to live a life that's different. A life that we know is possible for us. That's the first step, guys. Getting clear on your goals and deciding, making a firm commitment to yourself and to whomever may be making that journey with you if you're traveling with someone else. This is what I want. And from there, the path starts to open up. It's like dominoes. In fact, one of the key steps in our roadmap to buying a property on the Costa del Sol course is exactly that, getting crystal clear on your goals and creating a plan. It's about setting your intention and then taking the steps that would bring you closer to your dream. And we've seen this happen time and time again with our clients. They reach that point where they say, gosh, enough is enough. I'm done. I'm tired of waiting. I'm not getting any younger. They're tired of holding themselves back, and they finally decide to take inspired action. If you're thinking about moving to the Costa del Sol in 2025, setting your intentions now is the best way to start. And it doesn't have to be perfect, believe me. It just has to be your decision to take that first step. So here's a little challenge for you. What's your enough is enough moment? Where are you holding yourself back this year in 2024? Imagine a year from now, sipping your morning coffee on your Costa del Sol terrace, watching the sun rise or watching the sun set, feeling the warmth of that sun on your face, living the life you've always dreamed of that you never thought was possible for you. Ask yourself this. How would you feel in 1 year if you're still sitting in that same place? If your life is still exactly the same as it is today, in 1 year from today, how will you feel? Now, when you reflect, and if the answer is not what you like, then it's even more of a sign. It's even more of a sign to start taking some inspired action. I can honestly tell you from experience that so much can change in a year. I've seen it happen with our clients. I've seen it happen in my own life. They reach that point where they just stop overthinking and they decide to take a leap. And suddenly, they're living their dream. They're living their dream life by the sea. They're living their dream life in the sun. And it's not always easy, but it's absolutely always worth it. I don't think I have ever, when I stand over, I have never met a client or spoke to our clients who have ever regretted making the leap, taking the decision. What they have regretted is how long it took them to make the change. Now, here's an actionable tip to get you started. Start your research today. Begin your search. Begin your research. We've got an entire episode on the Costa Property Podcast on how to start your property search here on the Costa del Sol. So check that out first. Rent a car, explore different areas, and start figuring out where you'd love to live. Pop into our office for a chat while you're over here. Let's have a coffee. Let's sit down. Let's discuss your plans. So from all of us here at WL Costa Properties, we want to wish you a happy new year. If you're ready to chat about your plans, Warner's Diary is filling up fast with complimentary calls for January. So make sure you grab your call if you're really serious about taking that next step. Now with that, I'm off to enjoy the New Year's festivities with my family, and I'm wishing you all the very best as we get ready to kickstart 2025. I'll see you on the other side. See you next year.
Thank you so much for listening into today's episode on the Costa Property Podcast. Another fantastic episode learning about the highs and lows of relocating to the Costa del Sol from real people who have been through the journey themselves, and of course our wonderful experts. If you have been enjoying the show so far, remember to hit subscribe to the podcast and leave a rating or review.
We absolutely love hearing your thoughts. Please send any questions that you would like us to answer on the show to warner@wlcostaproperties.net, or you can pop us a message on our socials, which are in the show notes. Remember, you can also visit the website www.wlcostaproperties.net.
See you on the next episode, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.